Good morning. Good morning and welcome to Mindset Mastery Monday. I hope that you had an amazing weekend. It is Monday, the 18th of February here, just starting at about 2 minutes past 8. Had a little technical glitch this morning. Welcome to another new week. G'day, Kate Ashton. Straight out the gate. Look at you. Good morning, Kate. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for being a regular tuner-inner. Kim, good morning to you. I don't know why I'm clicking, but I'm clicking anyway. I'm feeling good. Sonia, great to have you here. Thank you so much. Chris Cotton's joined in. Good morning. G'day, lovely to see you. Thanks for being here. I hope you've had a great weekend. Did you have a good weekend? Can you believe it's Monday? Can you believe it's the 18th of February? It is nuts to me. Didn't we just start 2019? Absolutely crazy. G'day, Carney Paris. Oh, so nice to know that you're here too. Some very, very special people joining. As always, just want to start by saying thank you so much to those of you who actually tune in every single time. Click away, morning sunshine. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning to you. Lou, it's always great to have you here too. I do genuinely want to say that I'm very grateful that you join in every Mindset Mastery Monday. It's lovely to know that you find this content valuable. I'm assuming that because you tune in. And also to those of you who make sure you jump in and tune in for Rapid Fire Friday. So I want to get straight into it because this is a very hot topic. Now, whether you work in real estate or not, if you're in a business that actually has sales, then typically you're selling stuff to people you don't know. Because unless you're selling to all your family and friends, good morning, Jackie Bailey, another regular viewer, listener, interactor, you're very welcome, Kani. So if you're in real estate, or if you're in sales and you know that prospecting, which I kind of like the visual of when you're prospecting for gold, you're digging for gold. You're digging for those little nuggets that are going to bring great value and wealth. Who have we got here? Chris Dennis. G'day, Chris. Nice to have you here too. So prospecting, whether in real estate or sales, is digging for gold, digging for those nuggets that could bring you great fortune. And I don't just mean money. It can be great connections, great referrers, great friends. You know, I have deep friendships with a lot of my clients. We just, your vibe attracts your tribe. You end up, often making great friends because you're in each other's lives, especially as a coach, positively changing people's lives. G'day, Karen George. So if you know prospecting is a part of business, a part of effectively growing your business, and you avoid it like the plague, give me a hell yes. Just write in Facebook, which is here, or Instagram, which is here. Just write to me. Hey, Chris, just write to me. Yes, I avoid it, right? There's no judgment if you do. It's not good, bad, right or wrong. It just is what it is. So if you know prospecting is good for business and you avoid it, g'day Paula, g'day EK CAD, another avid viewer, both of you, thanks for joining in. Then let me know. Hell yes, Kristen is like, hell yes. So here's what I find interesting, whether in real estate or sales, because we have a number of people that are not in sales that tune in. Big shout out to Paula, actually, Beavis, who has kickstarted the year with an incredible listing in her business. Paula, I just want to shout out to you. This is Paula from Jealous Craig. You are rocking it, sister. You are doing such a great, you should be incredibly proud of yourself. Those opportunities don't come to you by chance. They come to you by choice, and you've chosen to be a really beautiful relational agent, something I'm super passionate about. So waving my pom-poms to you, sister. What have we got here? Do it daily, always confronting. Yeah, Carney's writing about prospecting. She does it daily, but it's always confronting. It is confronting, and let me give you my view of why. This is clearly an interesting topic. You're very welcome, Paul. I love you to pieces. Stephen Bailey's in the house, and Greg. Good morning, Greg. Hope you had a great week yourself too. Great to have you here. So the reason we avoid prospecting, even though we know it is a pathway to prosperity and growth and connection, is Well, I believe it's because of the definition that we have of it. So if you're in real estate, there's pretty much no training that you will go to that won't tell you that will tell you prospecting is a bad idea. Most coaches, trainers, or experienced agents who are training will tell you that those that prospect the most win. Those that make the most calls win. So if you know that prospecting is confronting, but you also know it's going to give you access to growth, give me a thumbs up. If you know it's going to give you an access to growth, whether you do it or not is irrelevant. But if you know, if you did it, it would give you access to growth. Give me a thumbs up on Instagram and on Facebook, because I want to get your opinion of what it actually does. Let me know. Let's see what happens. Yes, Sonia, yes, there's a few thumbs up happening on Facebook. Great. So if we know it gives us access to growth, and there's a few faces, and we know, yeah, it's confronting, and we know we need to do it to grow, why do we avoid it? Priscilla in the house. Thank you, Priscilla. Thumbs up. Okay. We avoid it because of our definition. And I'm going to unpack this. I'm going to unpack 6 ways that you can have an absolute breakthrough in cold calling or door knocking or prospect, either in real estate or non-real estate, because we have a lot of non-real estate people that watch our stuff. Here's the other thing before I unpack the 6 ways, 6 steps that you can break through is this. No 10 tips to prospecting, no script, no dialogue, no phone call, no iPods, no tool, strategy, or resource is ever going to make the difference unless you change the first step, which is create an empowering definition. So let me start with step number 1. We know that prospecting is a part of growing our business. Here's what I also want to say before I unpack the 6 steps. Your personality type will influence how comfortable you are with it. And according to the Agent Dynamics personality profiles, there are 8 different profiles. And some profiles are just naturally are on the phone and connecting, and they don't have any concern about it. And there are other profiles that are more interested in moving paper and admin and the behind the scenes stuff. So as a leader, if you've got personality profiles in your business, people in your business that are lords, mechanics, or other personality types who don't like to or aren't hardwired to naturally want to support people, then you could find it really difficult asking them to prospect. You'll get a lot of yeah, and then you come to your sales meeting and they haven't really done anything. Okay, so knowing your personality type is really important. And if you're a leader, knowing the personality type of your people is critical. If you want to know what your personality type is, I highly recommend reach out to me and I'll connect you with Julie Davis and Neil Williams from Agent Dynamics. Great friends and colleagues of mine. I don't get a cut from you booking your personality profile in. I get the benefit of you knowing where is you in flow, what are you really good at, and give yourself permission to just go and do that mostly, and where do you get stuck, and what's the tasks that drain your energy and avoid and will affect your flow. So, and there are also different prospecting styles. There are those that love cold calling. There are those that love door knocking. There are those that love sitting in a cafe and just talking to people and really connecting with people. So it's not so it depends on your personality profile, and it depends on your flavor of prospecting. If you try and have a cookie cutter approach as a leader, is this making sense, by the way? Give me a thumbs up if it is. If you have a cookie cutter approach and you're trying to have those that like to door knock on the phone, they're not going to be in flow and they'll avoid it. But maybe they like to walk outside and hit the pavement and connect with people, face to face. So it's not one size fits all. There is art and science to it. Okay. So what have we got? Carney's saying absolutely. So let's get into the 6 steps to really having a breakthrough in cold calling or door knocking. If you've got a pen and paper handy, awesome. Write these down. If you don't worry. This is recorded, certainly on Facebook. It doesn't stay here on Instagram. But if you would like a copy of our Mindset Mastery Monday videos and our Rapid Fire Friday videos, just DM me. Good morning, Real Estate Express. Just DM me or message me and we'll make sure we add you to our tribe, and you'll just get these free videos every single week, and there's no spam or free set of steak knives, so don't worry about that. All right, let's get into it. And hello if you're listening in the car too, by the way. Number one, you must create an empowering definition. The reason most of us avoid cold calling is we have a disempowering definition of it, meaning something like this. So an example is, I was coaching a client last week. They're really wanting to significantly grow their business. They are very comfortable ringing clients that they have a background of relatedness with, that they've done business with before. If that's you, give me a thumbs up. If you're more comfortable ringing someone you know, someone you've already spoken to, someone's house you've already appraised, or someone you've had some dialogue with, if you're more comfortable ringing them, let me know with an emoji in a smiley face or thumbs up. Now, but that list is going to run out. You can't keep just ringing people you know, because your business will plateau and hit a certain level. It is going to be time to start speaking or knocking on the doors of people you don't know. And by the way, that's business. Carney, you'll remember this. One of my business mentors years ago used to say, business is about solving problems for people, and it's about selling stuff to people you don't know. You need to meet people you don't know, find out their problem or the benefit you can add, and articulate your value proposition. Demonstrate powerfully how you're the best person to help them. So business is selling stuff to people you don't know. So when I unpacked this agent's current definition of cold calling and door knocking, because the list was running dry, here is some stuff that they were saying. I'm an annoyance. I'm an interruption. They're going to reject me. You know, they won't want me. They're going to hang up the phone. It's uncomfortable. I don't like to do it. I feel, you know, like Wolf of Wall Street. So this was all this agent's kind of definition of it. And if you've ever had any of those thoughts, let me know. Just say, yes, I've had those thoughts, or thumbs up or smiley face. Have you ever thought you're going to waste people's time, you're going to waste your time, they're going to reject you, they won't like you, you're in an interruption, it's going to be uncomfortable, you know, it's going to be awkward. Hello, Melanie, great to see you here too. What a nice surprise. Have you ever had those thoughts or that experience? Let me know. Thumbs up or a smiley face. If you have, yes, lots of activity happening on Facebook. If you've ever had that response, there is no script, no dialogue, no prospecting resource, CRM system that's going to help you. We have to, number one, shift and create an empowering definition for cold calling or door knocking, because this definition that this agent last week had is just going to repel me. I'm going to avoid it because it feels scary and yucky and painful. Now, is that the truth? Well, not necessarily. Could you be an interruption? Yes. Could you interrupt people having dinner or doing something? Yes. Could you be an annoyance? Yes. But is that the reason not to call? No. So first of all, if you are a sales agent or you're in sales, I invite you, step number one, have a look and see if you have an empowering or a disempowering context, disempowering definition of you as a sales agent or you as a salesperson. And that's step number one. If it's disempowered, and type in here, what is your, if you're looking at this definition, can you see you currently have a disempowered relationship with cold calling or door knocking? Type in yes, so I know where you're at as I share this content. If you're a leader and you can see there's people in your team that have a disempowered relationship with prospecting, can you type in yes, my team? So I can also see where you're at. It just helps me effectively interact with you and reverse engineer my content to meet where you're at in your response. So identify your orientation, identify your definition, take responsibility for it, and then my invitation is tell yourself, well, that's not necessarily the truth. Could it be? Yes. But is it? No. G'day, Bianca Davis. Now, Davies, I should say. Sorry, Bianca. Carney's yes. Here we go. Yeah, Chris Dennis is a yes. Sonia, you Yes, our team. Okay, good. We'll keep listening. The first thing you have to do is have awareness, acknowledge you've got a disempowered definition. No prospecting training is going to make a difference. We have to shift you from here to here. The best way to shift you is to look at creating an empowering definition for cold calling or door knocking. That could be something like, I'm a trusted advisor providing valuable information to help people make some of the biggest decisions in their life. I'm a positive, change agent. I support people in getting on to the next chapter in their life. I am keeping people informed of the current market conditions, so when and if they are ready to choose, they are well informed. It's a significant decision. I'm providing great content or value. I may not get the opportunity to sell their house because they might not want to sell, but perhaps we can add them to our database to keep them informed regularly, with our weekly market updates. Start to tell yourself something more empowering. Now, this is an exercise I do with lots of principals and agents, and I did with another agent last week, and instantly you saw them kind of get access to, oh yeah, I can see that. Now, that's step number one. Shift your definition from disempowered to empowered and start to focus on what could be possible. Number two, I need you to relate to yourself as you add value. You're not just a real estate agent, you're a change agent. You positively impact and change people's lives. You really want to own and embody that. And if you're in sales, start to get present to, thanks Lou, start to get present to, what is the contribution you add? How do you help your people save money, save time, or build connection with their potential clients or a wider audience? Good morning to the Queen of Confidence. She's here. Hello. So please have an empowering definition of yourself and see yourself as someone that adds value. If you're a real estate agent and you don't value yourself, or if you're a leader of agents and they don't value themselves, how the hell really can you authentically stand in someone's living room or lounge room and articulate the highest value for their biggest asset? So you've got to start by valuing yourself. Does that make sense to you? If that makes sense, please let me know with a smiley face or a thumbs up. You are partnering the sale of someone's biggest asset. If you don't value yourself, you cannot really authentically stand in the lounge room and articulate the highest value of their biggest asset. Okay, that's critical. So you have to know that you provide a service that adds value. Number three, expect a no in prospecting. Just expect it. It's actually guaranteed. So rather than dodge it and try to avoid it, every call, expect a no. Like it's likely that this could be no. Number four is it's not personal. This is where we stuff up. We get rejected and we collapse no with I'm not good enough. And that becomes like our reality, and that's how we see the world. No just means no. That's it. It doesn't mean no, you're a jerk, no, you're an annoyance, no, get out of my face. Maybe sometimes it does if you've got commission breath and you're not listening and you're pounding them. But expect no's, and it's okay. It's not personal. As Tom Ferry says all the time, this is a numbers game. The more you reach out to, the more you connect with, the more you articulate the value and the contribution you can be to them, the more likely, the more appraisals you'll have, the more listing consultations you'll have access to, and the more listings and sales you'll eventually have. But I promise you, this step of number three, expect no's, and number four, it's not personal, this is where people get stuck. Don't make it mean anything about you. It's just that they're not ready. They don't want to, hey Adam, great to have you here too. They're just not ready. It's okay. As human beings though, especially when we're in our ego, which 98% of the time, either consciously or unconsciously, we are. Our mode of operatus here, our greatest currency in our ego is validation. We desire to be validated. Am I good enough? Am I okay? Are we okay? Is this okay? Do you like me? Do you love me? That's always going on in the background. So as a real estate agent or someone in sales, you got to know that that monkey is like swings and roundabouts and whole, trapeze show going on in your subconscious mind. We need to just bring it to the conscious mind and go, I know I'm hardwired to fear rejection, and I know I desperately want connection, but I'm actually a professional that's offering a service. And it might be no for now. It's not necessarily no forever, but it's not no, I'm a bad human being. So stop making it mean that. Do you get me? Do you feel me? Is this making sense? Please let me know. Number 5. It's all about connection. We're a lot of agents. So we've got number 1 is create an empowering definition, shift from disempowered to empowered. Number 2, acknowledge yourself as you are there, a valuable person adding value. You're not just a real estate agent, you're a change agent. You're positively changing people's lives. Number 3, expect to know. It's unrealistic. Of course, you would know if you're in real estate more than me that every phone call you make, every door you knock on, you're going to get a yes. It's unrealistic. So expect to know, and anything else is a bonus. Number 4, it's not personal. It's not personal. It's not about you. It's just a no for now. Number 5, it's all about connection. This is where a lot of agents they stuff up. They ring because they haven't made a sale for a while, and they're prospecting because they're reacting, and they are in the background with that monkey on the trapeze swing. There's also, a pink elephant in their subconscious mind that's wailing, we need a sale, we need commission, we got to pay the bills. So when you come from scarcity, when you come from what you need, when you come from fear and you're trying to force an outcome because you've got to sell their house so you can pay your bills, people can sense and feel this a mile away. And it's a big part of why I do what I do, because 4 years ago I was a vendor with my husband Lincoln trying to sell our family home. And I cannot tell you how many agents we connected with, and it was all about them and not us. Approach to serve, yes. Joe saying, not sell, then there is no rejection, emotional involvement, 100%. Adam's like, true. Number 5 is it's all about connection. All you're doing when you pick up the phone is you're connecting with another human being. And please listen when I share this. A couple of, maybe a year ago now, in the place we used to live in, we had a big house and it was a lot to clean. And I used to like, I want a cleaner, I need a cleaner, right? I didn't know a cleaner. One I had before, she was too busy. So I'm like, I need a cleaner. One afternoon, I go down to get the mail, and there's this voucher, a brochure, home cleaning services, all the dot points on the stuff that they clean, and then some gardening services at the bottom, the name, the number. Awesome. I'm like, great. I pick up the phone and I'm calling the cleaner. I bring them in. I give them a brief. I give them the job. They do the job. They do a terrible job. They never get the work again. The floor looks worse after the job. G'day. What have we got? Carly and Tara. Hi. Lovely to have you ladies here. The point of the story is, though, I need you to relate to your demographic, the area that you serve. Consider there are people lying in bed at night, sitting at the kitchen table, sitting on the couch, sitting on the floor in the living room playing with their kids, that are contemplating the next phase of their life. They currently don't have a relationship with an agent, and they're talking about the next steps they need to take. When you think of those people, before you call or before you knock on the door, you relate like, what's possible is these people could be those kind of people. They might be going through a divorce. They might have got a new job in another state they need to move. They might be having twins or kids or upsizing or downgrading. You don't know who is on the other end of that phone or on the other side of that door, and they could be people that are really needing an amazing change agent to partner them to the next process of their life. Phase of their life. So when you have that top of mind and you call and you relate to yourself like you're someone that adds value and you're expecting a no, but they could be those kind of people that were up the night before talking about it, it might just soften your heart. It might just put a smile on your face, and it might just inspire you to be a better connector, because this is all about connection. And when you call, you're just introducing yourself. And, there are a number of kind of scripts and dialogues. I know Tom Ferry's a big advocate for, I'm wondering if you've had any thoughts recently on selling your home. You're going to get a really clear yes or no, and you can navigate that. You could also ring and say, hi, we're having some, great success in sales in our area. We know many people are currently looking at, is this the right time to sell or not? So we'd like to know if you'd like to be informed of what homes are going for and what your home might be currently worth. That tends to be, especially in this market in Australia, a really good way just to say, hey, we know a lot of people are considering right now. Would you like to be well informed? We study the market on a regular basis. We can give you some information or come and tell you what your home's currently worth. So if and when you're ready, you've got the information to make that decision. Connection, connection, connection. Connect first to the human being, and then see where you can add value. If they're not currently thinking about selling, you could ask them, would you like to be kept informed of the current value of homes in your area? Because we update this information weekly. And then add them to your tribe, right? So that's a really important one. What's my last one here? Okay, as I said before, number 6, volume equals victory. Believe that people out there actually need you, and your job as an effective real estate agent or salesperson is, g'day Catherine, great to have you here as well, is to prospect. That is dig for gold. Get on the phone and knock on the door and connect with those beautiful golden nuggets of people out there that really need a trusted advisor that is relational, not transactional, that's going to do the greatest job partnering the sale of their biggest asset. So they're my top 10 tips for really creating a breakthrough in your approach to cold calling or door knocking. If you found them useful, please give me a thumbs up. I'll go through them again, and I really invite you to write down on Facebook or Instagram, if you're not driving, which one do you know you really need to practice, or which one do you need to invite your team to consider? 1, getting interested in looking. Is your definition negative and disempowered? Make it empowered. Nothing else matters until you do that, I promise you. If you're a leader, your sales meeting this week, add this agenda item. Get a piece of paper on a whiteboard, definition of cold calling and door knocking, mind map it. Hack into your people's current state of mind and see what they say, and then go, okay, well, what could it be? And start to spin doctor it to something way more empowering. Number 1. Write these down if you've got a pen and paper, and type in which one means the most to you. 2, relate to yourself as someone that's valuable, and you add an incredible service to people who are looking to list and sell their biggest asset to move on to their life. So 2, own your value. Value the value that you bring to these conversations. 3, expect a no. It doesn't mean anything. Expect a no. 4, it's not personal. It's not about you. It's just a no for now. Don't collapse no with I'm not good enough. That will unhinge you every time. 5, it's all about connection. You're connecting with them, and if you keep the possibility that they could be some of the people that are sitting on the kitchen floor or around the coffee table or lying in bed at night talking about selling their home, that one alone is a game changer. Yeah, you're welcome, Chris. Hey, Taz, nice to have you here. And number 5, it is a volume game. Volume equals victory. Believe that there are people out there that really need you, and just go and connect with as many as possible. So which tip is the one that you're going to practice the most? Which tip can you see, if you're a leader, that if you worked it through with your people, or you even shared this video with your people, would really rock their world? And let me tell you this, g'day Jojo, those clients that I coach one-on-one through this process, and I physically do that definition is decisive exercise, they have a breakthrough, like this agent last week. They were hitting the pavement to 2.5 hours a day, knocking on doors and meeting new people and having great results. They are those people that go from no listings to 7 listings in 7 days, because we get out of our own way. A lot of this is because you are in your own way. G'day, the Women Boot Camp, and Jojo Morris, great to have you here as well. So was that useful? Even though you guys have just joined, was that useful? Did you get something for yourself? If so, please let me know if you got something for yourself around the 6 steps to really have a breakthrough in cold call avoidance. Now, if you would love access to these videos, because on Instagram they disappear, and maybe you want to show your team, Please join our tribe. You get a copy of these emails, and they're also on Spotify. They're also on iTunes. You can share it with your people or ask your agents to listen as they drive home. So thank you for the thumbs up and the love, especially on Facebook. Thank you for you tuning in to Mindset Mastery Monday for Monday the 18th of February. Very grateful to have you. Oh, look, you're completely onto it, Sonia. If you're watching this live, please type in live so I know. Chris is like exactly what I needed to hear. You're very welcome, Chris. And if you're watching the recording of this, type in record. I'd just like to know when I'm connecting with people. Who have we got here? The Women Boot Camp. Love this so much, by the way. I'm on the tram with no headphones. So the whole carriage gets to listen. Good morning, carriage. All those people headed to work. I hope you have a great day. See your greatness in everything you do and the greatness of others. Denim. Get Denim car. G'day, Denim. On our way to Aaron Sansoni business event. Have an amazing time at that business event. I hope it provides all the insight and opportunities you require. But please, all training needs landing gear. Too many of us go to training and courses and listen to podcasts, and it's information without application. Might be the same thing here. Don't let this be information without applying it, because you won't hit any change. And as Carney said earlier, she does it, but it's confronting. Yes, it's confronting because you're not comfortable with it yet. The only time you get comfortable with something is if you develop competency. The only way you develop competency is when you practice. And when you practice stuff, you're going to stuff up. It's going to get uncomfortable. Great start to our week. You're very welcome, Kim. So hope that was valuable. Thanks for tuning in. Please share it with those that you love. Please tag it with people. My whole two people. My whole intention is to provide valuable content that helps you win your game in real estate, or if you're not in real estate, in your life, in your business. Why? Because I just want you to be happy and fulfilled. Too many people are working their bums off for little gain, unhappy, stressed out, and unfulfilled. And that's not a life, I think, that's going down the right direction. So tune in for Rapid Fire Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time this Friday. That session is where I reflect on all the key themes from all my one-on-one coaching sessions on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. I write them down and I do rapid fire tips to hopefully help you in where you're at with your business, because many of you don't have the resources to pay for a one-on-one coach. So I want to add as much value to as many people as I can. So thank you for watching. I hope that was of value. Please go in action. One thing that you've heard today, even if it's sharing it with your sales agents, if you're a leader, or just do that definition exercise as number one, because nothing else matters after that. Fantastic, great content, very helpful. Mwah! Carney, I love you. I love you, all of you on Instagram. I love all of you for tuning in on Facebook. I wish you an amazing week. Remember, you don't get to sell something until you connect. Rapport is the doorway to a sale. Don't try to sell until you connect, because you don't have permission. From an NLP perspective, neuro-linguistic programming perspective, rapport is a distinction that we teach. So I'm a master practitioner and trainer. I love the relationship between our thoughts, words, and actions. Too many agents go out there to try and get business without building rapport. How do you build rapport? You connect. You ask questions. You consult. You find out about people. It's not about you. It's about them. So go make your day about other people. Go get really interested in your barista, the cleaner in your office, the windscreen wiper cleaner, your colleague sitting next to you. It's an energy game. Go give great energy to the people you get acquainted with today. Have an amazing week. If you do apply some of these prospecting tips, and you have a breakthrough, or you feel more comfortable, or maybe you fall flat on your face, I acknowledge you for giving it a crack. If you need a hand and you want a complimentary discovery session to do that definition exercise one-on-one, I'll help you out. Completely complimentary. Just hook me up and we'll dig deep into your subconscious mind and see exactly where you're sabotaging yourself. Go well, my friends. Have an amazing week, as I said. Much love to you, and I'll speak to you on Friday for Rapid Fire Friday. Ciao.